Hi, I am sitting here with Raymond Amador Jr., Military Program Manager for SAM, the surveying company. He is here to talk about various issues related to recruitment and integration of military surveyors into civilian life as surveyors. Thank you for visiting with us.
Oh no, it's a pleasure. I look forward to the conversation. Just a little bit about myself. I am a U.S. Army veteran. I did 17 and a half years and spent the majority of my career in the 82nd Airborne as a surveyor. And I transitioned out into the civilian workforce into the survey industry. And as a veteran, I've been giving back to veterans. I've had veterans look for occupational support, getting out and stuff. And I ended up making that a career. I mean, I've been doing veterans initiatives for quite some time. I've created veterans initiatives for 12 different companies. And Sam actually sourced me, found me, and created a position for me. They did an investment hire. And that says a lot about the company, And one of the things that I want to tell the veterans, there are occupations available. And you need to look into your highly transferable skills and look for companies that you can take those skills and transfer them. That will be a seamless transition in the civilian workforce. And one of the other things that a lot of people don't realize is our veterans are coming out with 4 years of college free for a state-run college. And some of them in other states have up to 8 years because the states give them an additional 4 years. So I think it's important that we as a profession make the effort to identify these veterans. And it doesn't have to necessarily be just survey skills. We have veterans that can have basic navigational skills. They know how to read a map. They know how to identify avenues of approach with the enemy, which in the civilian survey world, an avenue of approach could be where you would put in a highway, a light infantry path observation point where you may do a pre-target selections, could be a corridor for a power line or a pipeline. And those are transferable skills. We just need to adjust the jargon from the military jargon to civilianese. Go ahead, sir.
So can I ask you, what advice would you give a business owner who has a surveying business or a senior manager who's responsible for hiring, how to engage with the military or with the veterans to try and access this pool of manpower?
The thing is, I think it's important that we as an organization go knock on the doors, go to the military bases, ask to talk to the counselors that are counseling the veterans that are transitioning out. And it's just simply looking at the military bases installation, looking for the transition assistance counselors and say, hey, look, I want to go and visit. I want to let them know I'm available for as a prospective employer. There's a job for you. I mean, right now, our industry, the average age of a licensed surveyor is approximately 60 years old. So there's a generational gap. Now, why not use these talented veterans that bring not only, transferable skills, but they bring characteristics and attributes that could enhance the culture of the company. Because at the end of the day, attitudes are contagious. If you get veterans that are working in there, they're always there 15 minutes early, willing to grab a broom to sweep no matter what their title is, that attitude, you bring in high school kids behind them, and that attitude becomes contagious. And now you have a culture that is more driven to look ahead and not just be reactionary. So what will happen is the industry will have, competent people that are on time, that are looking at not wasting man hours. So you create efficiency, you create higher profitability for the company. And that's just by having veterans around other people.
So I think you mentioned that the veterans leave the military with 4 years of college. And I think what you meant by that was financial support to be able to do that, even if they have now exited the military. Is that correct?
Yes, when they exit the military, you have the post 9/11 GI Bill. And that is 4 years of state-sponsored education for that service member. So that service member goes to college and they'll cover their tuition, they'll cover their gas, their food, their housing, and they basically take care of them. So what can happen is if you have a veteran transitioning into the survey industry, he can in parallel work a full-time job, go to a college that maybe the company says, hey, look, this is a great junior college, or this is a great one locally that you can go to school in the evening, online, or a hybrid. So what you're doing is you're helping that service member not only find a job, but create a career path through education. Because y'all know as soon as you get your degree, you focus on getting your SIT. You get your surveyor and training exam. Now you're working under a licensed surveyor in pursuit of a license. And if you give that veteran that career path, the veteran's going to want to do the long game. They're not going to jump ship for 25 cents an hour to go to another company because they can see ahead and they're willing to commit to that. And it gives the survey companies someone that they can actually set up a career path to become a coordinator, a project manager, possibly even in the executive arena if they stay long enough. And I mean, I've got lieutenant colonels that are right now in my company out in the field learning the field surveying component, but he's a lieutenant colonel. We already have a career path for him, but we have to back him up and regroup so he can understand how the data is acquired to be able to manage it later. And he's humbled himself to do it because he wants to be in the industry, and we've given him an opportunity.
That's wonderful. So I think the messages here would be for a survey business or business owner or manager would be to visit military installations and possibly learn more about the kinds of benefits that exiting veterans can have, and also where the pools of, I'm going to call them survey-ready people might be. And then for the veteran to understand that they can start reaching out to survey professionals to see if they are willing to work with veterans, to support them, and to integrate them into their businesses as strong employees and potential leaders of the company as well.
Absolutely. Now, one of the things you can also do is you can go on your LinkedIn and search LinkedIn groups that are veteran type groups, and they're out there. There's veteran service organizations that connect veterans via LinkedIn. And that's your first step. Go into LinkedIn and let them know you're hiring. Let them know that you want them on board. Give them an opportunity, and they will make money for you at the end of the day because of what they're able to do.
Thank you so much for this interesting perspective, and hopefully veterans and surveyors will find this information that you've shared with us and use it.
Well, we're going to help two groups. We're going to help veterans, and we're going to help the survey profession. And if we can put them together, we're going to fill that generational gap that exists today. And I do truly appreciate your time and talking to me.
Thank you again.